you are given a trapezoid A, B, C, and D. The question says, what is the area? What is the area of the trapezoid above, given that the length of A to B, is 6, given that BC, AB equals BC equals CD equals 6. That is AB, BC, CD, they all have equal length of 6. So this is also going to be 6, and CD is also going to be 6. And then we are told that AD equals 12. So anyway, since you're told to find the area of a trapezoid, the very first thing you want to know is you need to know the formula for finding the area of a trapezoid. Now I'm going to show you something below. So what we have here is this. So if you have a trapezoid like this, so let's say this is your trapezoid. Now if from here to here, if the length of from here to here is A, and from here to here if the length is B, and then let's say the height is H. So the area of a trapezoid given the length of the top and the base is given by, that is the area equals half times the length of the top, that is top plus bottom, times height. So that's just going to be half into, so you have A plus B then times the height. So having known this, let's go back to the question we have above there. So what we're given here is we're given the top to be 6, so this is our A, the base to be this, so and then the area, we said the area equals half the top plus the bottom then times the height. Now we know the length of the top, we know the length of the bottom. Then how then do we determine the height? Now what you'd observe in this triangle is that, in this trapezoid is that the length from here to here is 6, the length from here to here is 6, and from here to here is also 6. So that tells you that the trapezoid is symmetric. That is, it's symmetric. So when I'm going to draw a line from here and I draw a line down here, so when I say something is symmetric, I actually mean that the distance from here to here is going to be the distance from here to here. Why? Because the side here, the length of this side is equal to the length of this side. But assuming that we're told that the length of this side is maybe 5, then you can't say it is symmetric. But because they have equal lengths on the left and right side, then it's symmetric. So if from here to here equals this and from here to here equals this, now when you look at this projection here, so if here is 6, then definitely from here to here has to be 6. So from here to here has to be 6. Then if from here to here is 6, so let's call from here to here, let's call this A. So here too has to be A. So when you sum the three of them together, you're gonna have 6 plus 2A. So 6 plus A plus A, that's 6 plus 2A, and that must be equal to the total length from A to D, and that is 12. That is 12. So to solve for 2A, you subtract 6 from both sides, so you have 6, and then you divide both sides by 2. So what you have here is going to be 3. So your A is going to be 3, and your A is 3. So why did I do this? Now the reason I did this was because I need to find the height. Now to find the height, I can only get the height by applying Pythagorean theorem to a side of the trapezoid. That is, I'm going to apply the Pythagorean theorem to this triangle here. Alright, I'm going to bring this triangle out and then draw it below. So what you have there is okay, maybe I could just continue it here. Let's continue here. Let me bring this triangle, I'm going to bring it here. So what you have there is this. You have this triangle here. Yep, that's a nice diagram. This is your A, this is your B, this is 6, and this is angle 90 degrees, and then we know that from here to here is 3. So what we want to find is we want to find H. This is what we want to find. We want to find the height. Now to find the height, since this is a right triangle, we know the Pythagorean theorem only works on right triangle. So according to the Pythagorean theorem, it says that the square of the hypotenuse, that is, this is the hypotenuse, the one that faces 90 degrees. So the square of the hypotenuse equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides of the triangle, of the right triangle. That's 3 squared plus h squared. So 6 squared is 36 equals 3 squared is 9 plus h squared. So to find h, so I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. So you have 36 minus 9 equals h squared, or you can just say h squared equals, now 36 negative 9 is going to give you 27. So that implies that h is the square root of, h equals the square root of 27. So now my height is the root of 27. Now to come back here, we said the area equals half times the top. Now the top is 6 plus the bottom. The bottom is 12. So you have 12, then times the height. We found the height to be root of 27. The root of 27. And this is just going to give us, it's going to be half times 6 plus 12, that's 18. Then the root of 27. Now 2 in 18 is going to give us 9. And what we're going to have is 9, the root of 27. So our answer is 9 root of 27. So let me just write that here. You have 9 square root of 27. Now this is the same thing as 9 times the square root of 27 is the same thing as 9 times 3. So which is just 9 square root of 9 times square root of 3. So applying one of the basic operations of sort. And the square root of 9 is 3. So this is just going to be 9 times 3 times the square root of 3. So 9 times 3 is 27 times the square root of 3. So our answer is 27 square root of 3. Now obviously when you check the options here, you would observe there is no 27 square root of 3 here. So what I'm gonna advise is that even by the time you check, because when you check here, none of them here have the similarity that we have here. Another thing you can do is that you can check when you see you have the last option you have there is 6 root 6, which is the same thing as the root of 36 times 6, and then what we have here is 27 root 3, which is the same thing as 27 squared times 3. So obviously when you look at these two and you look at these two, they are not the same thing. So where I am actually going to is that the option or the solution for this particular question is not here. So we are correct, but the question here has the solution is not in the option. The solution is not in the option. I don't know, for some reasons they must have excluded it, but we are correct. Alright, thanks for watching.